Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I kind of have like a vlog style DIY video today because it's my weekend off, which is rare. I get a Saturday and a Sunday off together, but typical Irish weather. It is half raining, half sunny, all of the seasons in one day. Today I actually want to make a potting area in the garden because I'm sick of bending over trying to pot plants, and I want to do kind of like not winter plants, but like in the next month, like August time, I'm going to be planting up like, you know, winter annuals and stuff, you know what I mean, my garden people. And I'm sick of bending down on the ground, and I want to make myself a garden potting table, but I'm going to hack, I hope, an IKEA item into making the garden potting table. So I hope it works out in my head how I have imagined it. I'll show you the table, we have to assemble it, and that's probably going to be the hardest part. So here is the table. It's actually like a bench thing. Right, it's called Forhoja. I got the Forhoja. Hey Peppy. Pepsi. Down here I also have, these are like decking squares. Let me see if I can flip them up. So they're little decking squares so I can sit the table on this, because where I'm putting the table, it's like half grass, half weeds. So I'm just going to put down some liner, a little bit of the decking tiles on top. These just clip together apparently. So that's my plan. So this is the area I want to put it because my palette blew over. If you look here, I've got like just a yucky area, like grass doesn't seem to grow even though I've put down seed and all that. So I'm going to tidy this up so my table can go here, because straight through there is my front garden, so it's perfect for me to walk up and down with my pots. And then this is my back garden, Blondie. So I've got more potted plants in the front though. Also, while we're on the subject of cats, Blondie and Pepsi got absolutely spoiled, and they got gifted this cubby house from Maxi Zoo. Now I am going to paint it pink. Blondie said she wanted pink, so I am going to paint it to match kind of the rest of the house. But how pretty is this? If I have time in today's video and I have paint left over, I will do this little makeover as well. Now, slightly off topic, but do you guys remember I hacked a bike wheel probably like, I don't know, 2 months ago? Well, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I stumbled across another wheel. So if you're wondering what that random wheel is behind me, that's the wheel I was walking to work, seen it on the side of the road. There was some other junk and I passed it, and all day I was like, why did I pass that? And so my pal drove me home that day, and she helped me do the wheel walk of shame. So I picked the wheel and legged it to her car with the wheel. So I got it home. So another really good DIY coming your way soon. There she is in all her glory. I also keep a little bit of basket of household items that I can probably hack, because if you've seen, like, I have my toilet roll video, I've done like candles in bean cans, shoe boxes hacked, you name it. So I keep these at hand instead of throwing them out. So anything that I think I can hack, I keep there. Have the same problem, whether it's sewing or assembly? Why do cats want to sit on the fresh paper? paid every time I make flat pack furniture. So that the body of my garden table, soon to be garden table, is complete. I'm not putting the top on yet because obviously I want to paint it pink. So I'll put the top on last. So I had an idea for the top. Sorry, I heard a postman on a Saturday. I'm not used to being off on a Saturday. I got spooked this. This tabletop is actually nice. My idea was I wanted like a rustic garden workbench, so I was going to chop up pallet wood and do a kind of parquet rustic effect on top. But this actually looks nice. So I don't know. I'm gonna paint this, and as I'm painting, just decide. But I don't like if I add pallet wood to the top of this. I don't know what it'll look like on the side. I might leave this as is. I might stain it dark, and seal it with some good sealer because it's gonna be outside. So I don't know what I'm doing for the top yet, but I do want to do a kind of fun effect. Now I'm gonna paint the body of my table. The table is perfect size, a little bit bigger than I expected, but perfect size. It means I have more room for pots and bags of compost and things like that. Oh, I can't wait to get a little basket for the bottom. It's going to be so cute. Right, first of all, cup of tea. I'm actually, okay, thumbs up. It's July and I'm still drinking out of a Christmas mug. No shame. Ain't no shame. This is the paint I'm going to use today. I have loads of this left over from, you remember I painted a garden chair out the front and turned it into a shelf. Loads of this left. I'm going to use a roller to do 2 coats of this. I'm going to put more details on the Versant mat on the blog, but basically it's got built-in primer. It's also got a sealer on it as well, but I might do a coat of sealer on this on top of it just because it's going outside into the elements. I am going to cover it in winter though, so I will put more details on it. I have used this on the cubby house, so Versant mat is what I used on the cubby house makeover if you saw that DIY, and I used it a few years ago on a wishing well, so I trust this paint. So the goal is to give the whole base 2 coats, and then I'm gonna like add a few hooks here, might even maybe put a drawer pull, I don't know, something fun on the front. So Blondie is sleeping on the job. Hey, you're supposed to help me paint, Blondie. Coat of paint. A bit messy today, normally quite good when it comes to painting. Also, a lot of times when I am doing my DIYs and painting things, I'd be diving into the comments and a lot of people are like, I wish you're not getting paint everywhere, do you not put down a drop cloth sheet thing? I did in the beginning, but I've painted so many pieces now that I don't really make a mess. Well, I do, but like not as bad as I used to. But my big tip is, if you are getting paint everywhere, you've got too much paint on your roller or on your brush. So if you're getting drips, if you're getting spray from your roller, you've probably got too much product on your roller. So I generally do 2 thin coats instead of lashing it on really thickly. And I find I don't use as much chalk paint anymore. That Authentico has got some chalk in it, but it's not a typical chalk paint. I find they can be quite gloopy and heavy and drippy, especially the Annie Sloan. I haven't used that in years. But I found in the beginning when I used that, I would get it everywhere. So yeah, practice, and you've probably got too much on your brush, so ease up on the paint. Now, I am going to let that dry, and I think I'm going to prep the area with the decking squares where I want to put it. It is kind of raining. I'm going to wait a couple of hours before giving this a second coat. I'm not going to put this outside straight away. I want to give the paint time to cure. And yeah, so let's prep the area where I'm going to put it. Okay, change of plan. The decking squares I can't get perfectly level. I'm thinking to put bark down, or mulch I think it's called, and then I can sit my garden table on top of it and it will look pretty neat and tidy, and it won't be like a mucky hole in the ground. And I can keep the decking squares for Miss Blondie and Pepsi's cat cubby, and the cat cubby can sit on top of the little decking squares, or have a really like messy area here, so I can tidy that up and use the decking squares on that with the cat cubby. So change the plan. I'm sweating. Where's my spade? Call it a day for today. If you're wondering why I changed my dress, it's because I had to go to the hardware store to get the wood chip and the brackets for my scaffold, and my last dress absolutely stunk because I was sweating so much from digging. So sorry, my neighbours are being noisy. Right, call it a day, but all the graft is done pretty much. I put the scaffold board shelf in the wall. I was going to sand it and make it nice, and I was like, going in the garden, keep it rustic, that's the look I'm going for. I'm happy with my table. I might put on some luggage tags to the front to make it look a bit more rustic. Tomorrow I will probably have a hangover, if I'm being totally honest, because I'm going to a party tonight, which is why I'm finishing this today's section of the video. And tomorrow I'm going to style it, and I have loads of pots and things hanging around, so I don't really have to buy anything. And I'm going to style it with my little pots and stuff, and add some hooks for my tools, and then it should be done. I also want to paint Blondie's little cubby as well, so I'll see if I have time and I can do that tomorrow. Fingers crossed. So that is it for today. So, it is actually Monday. Yesterday was a write-off, not because I was hungover, but because it lashed rain in typical Irish style for the whole day. So my potting bench, there was no potting getting done on the potting bench. Just come home from work, so excuse my tired face and my mucky hands. And I have just styled my potting bench. Obviously I need to get a little basket because I have compost, but I just have small bags of compost. But anything else I just keep in the shed, so the likes of my like sweeping brush, rake, anything big, my spade, I keep that in the shed. Don't leave things like that outside in your garden. Just a little tip, because if someone wants to break into your house, they generally use your tools that are left out. So any of your little trinkets, do put them away. Don't leave tools out on display. Just a little tip. So I just showed you what was on my potting table. I just put my own stamp on it. So I've got like a really old like sewing machine up here. It's completely bandaged, which is why I have it on display. I tried to see if it could be salvaged, but it can't. Yeah, and then I just have little teapots and stuff, just things that I had outside in the garden already, just to style it up. And I potted a new plant, potted a little dahlia, because my ones from last year didn't come back because I probably killed them. And I just have a little patio rose as well to style it up. These ones in the drawer, they're fake. I just done that so it would look cute in the video. And little gardener's tip, if you have small hands like me, get the kids gardening gloves. I think I got these in one of the cheapy shops. They're handy for DIY as well. But yeah, kids gardening gloves if you have little hands like me. Didn't get a chance to paint Blondie's cubby house, but I will keep it maybe for a project because I want to do a few cat DIYs. So maybe like DIY scratching posts and things like that. So let me know if you would be interested in seeing that. That's me for this week, ladies. Give me a cheeky thumbs up if you liked my potting bench. Let me know what you would do differently. I actually decided I only have one hook here. I was going to hang hooks for my tools, but I don't have a lot of tools, so I just have them in bath for now, and I'll pop them in the shed, or I can pop them in here. I didn't want it to look too cluttered. Anyway, enough rambling. These vlog style videos, I tend to ramble, but cheeky thumbs up, and I will catch you all in next week. If you're new to my channel, hit the sub button, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.